Well, there's a sign, 5 miles of hell. All right, guys, so 5 miles of hell. We're gonna check out if essentially a new rider, not a new rider, but an average trail rider can do this trail. And I'll leave a little brief review. We finished doing Red Trail. Red Trail, it really wore me out quite a bit already. So keep in mind, I'm pretty worn. All right, guys, so this is 5 miles of hell. Certain parts I did okay in, certain parts I did horrible in. Also running on 2 hours of sleep. Well, actually I didn't get any sleep. Actually it was 1 hour. There's a lot of obstacles that really plays with your head. A lot of it's all mental, but I'm going to say most of this trail is a lot of endurance. Towards the end I started breaking down, started getting tired, and once I get tired, you know, once you start mentally breaking down every single obstacle, you just want to walk your bike over. Everything looks huge, everything looks intimidating. Even a little tiny 6-inch ledge, you're like, oh my god, look at this big giant ledge. Just trying to let the bike do the work. Third gear right here. Definitely have a lot of pressure built in my forks. That happens towards the end of the day because I don't bleed them. And I'm riding a TE250i, so essentially that's what happened to me. Towards the end of the trail, actually towards the middle, I'll probably say 2 miles in the trail. Keep in mind, before we hit this trail, we did a lot of trail riding. We ended up doing VG, Green Trail, I think some parts of Orange Trail. Then we did all of Red Trail, then all the way to 5 miles of hell, which is a huge mistake. For the most part, it's going to be the full video. It's not a pretty clean video, but it kind of demonstrates what a newish intermediate rider can expect on 5 miles of hell. I'm going to say once you pass the crux and you are just worn out and tired, or you get tired really quick, take that first exit. You'll be glad you did. I should have taken that first exit instead. I took the second exit. Anyways, enjoy the video. I know it's a very long video. I'm just tired. So at this point right here in time, I let everyone pass by. I took quite a bit of a break. I started getting really tired. And this is just the entrance of 5 miles of hell. This is where I'm slowly starting to feel the effects. I still have a little bit of energy left. I'm not mentally broken down yet.
buddy. Look up here.
I'm moving back here.
Don't go over there.
Yeah, I say follow the white lines. It's smooth.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, go right.
So finally we get to one of the obstacles I am terrified of based on other YouTube videos and stuff. It looks really steep, really scary. It's just so intimidating. Falling on the left-hand side has huge consequences, and I'm a rider that gets timid very easy. I get sketched out very easy if my confidence level is not high. I know over time and probably more seat time, my confidence goes up. I have more confidence in my abilities and stuff like that. So I'm actually not sure exactly what happened here. The ledge before that was actually harder than this climb here. I just started getting really tired, started making a lot of mistakes. Here's where I really started to mentally break down, started getting really tired, and every little thing just started looking hard. But this line, believe me, it's not hard. Just stay on the pipe and it will carry you right over these little tiny rocks. The ledges are not even that big. They're probably about 6 inches to a foot at most. There are some stuff I'm a little bit intimidated of as a normal trail rider. A few things I could walk my bike down. Alright, so at this point in time, I am getting really close to hitting that, that brick wall, that mental brick wall right in front of your face. I started riding a lot slower to see if I can somewhat preserve energy. Obviously that does not help because you feel the bumps a lot more when you're sitting on your bike a lot more. In the beginning I was standing up a lot more. Now I'm not even standing up, to be honest, just because I'm so tired, so exhausted. Every single obstacle, every single downhill started looking intimidating.
We're going good. That's close.
Dude, that's...
Just like, go for that.
Ooh, my clutch, man. Shit. Dude, my clutch hand, man, is giving out. This is a sketch. Holy shit. It's been really relentless, even though I'm doing some of these obstacles okay, but it's a lot of work for someone who's an average trail rider like myself. I don't do anything special really, like this downhill right here. Yeah, me neither. I thought we were gonna do just 5 miles of hell and not the red trail. This part is so slick. And then when you come here, this tree hits your side. This run up actually doesn't look that bad. For my skill level though, I don't think I'm gonna do it. It's a pretty smooth transition though, until you get to that step right there, I would say. But it's a pretty graded road. The hard part, because on video, is the run up. You know, if this was like smooth road, definitely would be a lot easier. But the run up is sketch. Dude, the run up, man.
That's a bouncy shit. That's what
you can.
you do.
I went around this way. The pivot.
I got it.
So finally, we're almost at the end of that second bypass or that second exit. Here is where I started to physically and mentally break down. The trail is really tough on your cardio and fitness level. Don't get me wrong, I love this trail. I do want to come back again. However, this 5 miles of hell is definitely reserved for someone who is in better shape, who can ride this hard enduro stuff, you know, without getting tired or super exhausted. Great trail, but notice how much slower I started going. I started making a lot of mistakes. Every little thing was just, you know, extremely intimidating, even though they weren't that hard. I've done harder stuff in the back, in VG Trail and Red Trail, and even the beginning of 5 Miles of Hell. Anyways, I would say 5 Miles of Hell will definitely test your, you know, your mentality and your physical fitness, your endurance. Tough trail, great trail. But definitely be in shape when you come out here. Make sure you don't get tired. If you start getting tired on Red Trail in the entrance of 5 Miles of Hell, or even way before the crux, you're gonna have a hard time on this trail with endurance.
I don't know if I want to ride with you anymore.
I didn't know where to go. Alright, so we passed the first exit, the bypass. Clearly it just gets harder. I don't even have energy to stand up anymore. I'm just a lot of mistakes. So I would say if you're tired, when you see that first bypass exit, it's quite a distance. Alright, now we're getting full of the weird downhill sections.
So notice I stopped right here and I looked, oh man, this huge sand patch. I'm extremely tired, broken down, mentally, physically tired, exhausted, and this sand is not like any other sand in Moab. This sand is really horrible. It just, once you stop, it's very hard to get going again. It's a very deep sand. It's nothing like Poison Spider or Golden Spike or what is it, Gold Bar Rim. Like their sand is actually, it's still sand, but definitely not as bad as this. This sand is horrific. So normally I would just pin it here because it's much easier to ride on the sand when you're pinned, but keep in mind I'm just extremely tired. I have no more effort left in me. That's why I'm riding the sand very slow. Just, I guess mentally I'm thinking I can conserve energy, but I know I'm just doing myself more harm.
Alright guys, so we got a bunch of trail riders, really good riders, and we're taking the second bailout. Yeah, so at that point, like you guys probably seen the single tracks. Alright, you know, basic trail, scenic, some slight enduro in there, rocks, but this is relentless. I'm seeing it on video, 5 miles of hell. It looks a little easier on video. I mean, it still looks hard, but it looks a little easier. So if you get tired quick, you know, drain out fast, take the first bailout at least. I'll ride the red trail first a few times. All right, so this is the bailout. I've never seen a video on it, so I might as well just do bailout video. Great trail.